Hello, everybody. This is Cam Hand, the Fantasy Man, Week 14 recap. Let's go. I have a lot of content, surprisingly enough. I have a lot of thoughts, a lot of feelings, a lot of dabs, a lot of rankings. So let's do it. Worst matchup: Will versus Hunter. Not close. Not a ton of reasons to care. Um, yeah, I mean, if I don't think Will could have gotten in, and I think Hunter was locked in. Could be wrong, but I feel like that was pretty sure, especially because all the other matchups were really good. Best matchup, me versus Sam. Bitter rivalry between me and Sam came down to Monday Night Football, and I had to beat out Connor. Crazy matchup. Yeah, I mean it was wild. Worst injury luck, we're going to go with Connor, Justin Jefferson injury, CJ Stroud injury, Madison injury. Um, yeah, and he would have won if not for all those injuries, probably, and made the playoffs most likely. So that's a bummer, you know. Most unlucky, Connor, for the injuries. He also got -2 from his kicker and a must win. Can't predict that. Unlucky. Sorry, Connor. I got a thing on my face. We're going to go luckiest with Ashton. Lowest score in a win for a win this week. It was also a must win. I mean, he could have probably gotten in without that win, but anyway, it was a big game for him, and he got in with a super low score. So you gotta give it to him for most lucky. Dumbest move. I could have put down, an actual play or something like that this week, but it just after Alec put up the most points this week with the team that Hunter set his lineup for, I just felt it necessary that we give him a dumbest move and really, really hit him hard for what he did this season because he has a good team. He would have made playoffs if he would have just set his lineup last week. And one wonders if how Bobby feels about this whole thing. It's his friend. It's his dog, How's Bobby? What's Bobby thinking? Is Bobby going to stick up for him? We don't know. Here to see. I did text Alec. I was like, dude, you would have made playoffs if you would have just set your lineup. And he thought I was talking about this week. He said, Hunter said he set my lineup, ... Anyway, this whole thing, crazy. Smartest move, Hunter, Wandell Robinson play, whatever. I mean, it's pretty lucky, but that's all I got. Best free agent move was Bobby with Chase Brown. I think probably Bobby picking up Chase Brown probably was the smartest move, but I don't like giving smartest move to people who lost and aren't in playoffs, so still was a good free agent pickup. Got 19 points, I think, and he probably has some lasting impact more so than Wandale. I don't know why Wayndale. I think it's Wayndale. I don't know why I'm having a tough time with that. Stock falling is Doug. Yes, he is number one. He just lost to Logan in a funny matchup. Always low scoring. He's been low scoring a lot. I don't think his team's looking particularly strong. So he went from the number 3 rank to 6, which I feel is appropriate. Hunter, stock rising, put up a lot of points this week, second most. His team's looking very, very good. So I feel like going into the playoffs, his team's really peaking, which is nice for him. Best player, we're going to go with Hunter, second highest score this week. And pretty much the first, since he did set Alec's lineup as well. So you got to give him, kind of double props for that. Send Alec. I'm sure Alec told him what to do, but you get what I mean. He kind of had the first and second highest score this week. It's kind of funny. Dylan, worst player, lowest points. He's a bum. He's out there skiing or snowboarding. I mean, who wants to do that? So, yeah, worst player, Dylan. I had that dog. I mean, who else could get the dog this week? And that absolute must win. I put up a pretty good game to beat my longtime rival Sam. So that was dog. These are the rankings going in the playoffs. I find them super accurate. Ashton, I think, has surpassed Sam a little bit. I'm afraid of Ash. Sam's still right there though. Hunter number 3. Like I said, he went from 6 to 3, peaking. Me 4, Greg 5, Dylan 6. Dylan didn't make it, but Dylan still has a ton of points and a pretty decent team. Doug 7. Wow, I said Doug was from 3 to 6. He really went from. Oh no, he went. Yeah, he went from 3 to 7. Oh, sorry, Doug. And then you see the other randos that no one cares about. Next week's worst, Bobby versus Dylan. There's such a lack of dog between these two. Like, so there is so little dog fantasy wise between the two of them. I mean, I don't even think either of them will look at the sleeper matchup all week. I mean, it is the toilet bowl, but still. I do think Bobby will win, but Hunter versus Greg, winner go home, obviously. Intense rivalry right in each other's face. I'm sure we'll be hanging out. I do think Hunter will win. Sorry, Hunter. So I wanted to throw this out there. First of all, I am predicting Sam or Ashton is hot, and he's on a 6-win streak, 5-win streak. I do. That's not a prediction. I didn't finish my. Oh, and he slaps me. Okay, I see it. Sorry, guys. Because I think Ashton will beat me this week. I mean, he's on an insane win streak. And that's not just me saying it. Like, I mean, I'm a big underdog to Ash. These two were my predictions from my post draft rankings. I wanted to, video. So post draft, before the season started, I thought Hunter had the best team. Doug, this is pretty good. Doug, Sam, Dylan. Now Dylan didn't make playoffs, but I still think he's got one of the better teams. Greg 5, me 6, Ash 7. So I really like Con, Alec, Bobby, Logan, Will. That's a pretty good prediction right there, people. I just want to say, I mean, I got 5 of the 6 playoff teams right, and Dylan's team is better than a playoff team or two, maybe even mine. And Ash, missed Ash just by a little. This is why I thought after were reaches. Ramondre Stevenson, second round, I believe to Bobby, that was a reach. I was right there. Waller, I think ended up being a reach. I mean, injuries, Cowboys D, that was a miss. Bateman and Zeke for Will, those were misses. And Tua, I think ultimately was a miss. He was like the 15th QB, when it's all said and done. And then value Geno is wrong about that. Fields, kind of wrong on that. Deion Jackson, very obviously wrong on that, but kind of right because I thought he'd be the number one in Indy, and he wasn't, and Zach Moss was. So I like the number one in Indy. I liked that spot. Just wasn't Deion Jackson. Mike Evans and Javonte Williams have been good value picks. So that's nice. Season segments. We got dabs. I'll try to get through this quick. I didn't update the dab leader, but I will. Bobby for constantly posting ski videos to make me jealous. One dab. We all know why he's doing it. It's all about me. Why else would he be posting them? Bobby for running Camacho's team into the ground. 2 dabs. We're going to look at a little graphic later about that topic, but basically Bobby and Camacho have shared the same team, and whenever Bobby's run it, it's been bad. Whenever Camacho's run it, it's been good. Bobby, Will, Doug, Hunter, Dylan for not hanging out on the final regular season Sunday. 1 dab. I mean, they had a ski trip planned. I don't know why you would plan it during this time of the year. Should have gone later. Hunter for walking back his comments about kicking Alec out, / not committing to kicking Alec out. When it happened, Hunter came into Summits. He's like, he's gone. We're done. I'm kicking him out today. And then I asked him like the next day, I was like, so what's up? And Hunter was like, well, I don't know what to do. Like he was non-committal to kicking Alec out, which is a lot of dabs. 4 dabs, probably should have been more. Hunter for believing any excuse that's thrown at him. So Alec's excuse was, I didn't have access to my account. Obviously a dumb excuse. He should have just texted Hunter. Ashton, when running the 40, everyone, mainly me, was like, why isn't he running the 40? He works like literally 0.3 miles away from Central. He could do it anytime. And Hunter's like, well, he said he's busy. Like, he can't do it right now. Believe that excuse. Cameron Broker, he quit the league. What was his excuse? Oh, I was in jail. My team was bad. Hunter was buying that excuse. Sam, when Sam didn't want to run the 40, Sam's excuse was he doesn't live near a park or something. And everybody, including Doug, was like, "Come on, Hunter! Like he lives by a park." And Hunter was like, "Well, I don't know." So Hunter just buys all the excuses, and he's doing it with Alec right now, and it's wild. Four dabs. Dylan for taking his shirt off while playing ping pong. One dab. I was told to put that on there. And if I was to make a list of people most likely to take their shirts off while playing ping pong, Dylan would be number one. So I'm buying it. Dylan for not answering or returning my FaceTime when I was at Los Rios. I called him to show him I was at Los Rios. Didn't answer. Two dabs. So this is a bit of a saga. Logan for being late all the time now. Three dabs. Logan's late a lot now, people. He's late a lot. Logan for the Sunday saga. I got to give him, I mean, that should have been more dabs, but three dabs. Basically, we all had to plan to watch football at Greg's and like eat and stuff. And Logan was supposed to bring a TV for me and for everyone to watch on. And then he's like, he texts at like 1 o'clock. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be late." And then he's like, "I have." Then he says he's incoming. He has to go back to, I'm just gonna say Roswell, where he lives, shower, get the TV, and then come back. It's gonna be like 2 hours. And we're like, "Dude, we need the TV. Why? What's going on here? Why were you not ready?" Anyway, it was a whole thing. He defended. He was like, "Well, I didn't know you needed the TV." What? I'm like, "You committed to coming. Like, what the heck?" Anyway, it was a whole thing, but I won't get into it. Logan for not watching the football games. Two dabs. He didn't watch the football games on Sunday. I've been vocal about him not watching without, hanging out with us, which I think is an issue. Logan for his declining time management skills. Like I said, that's just another way to say he's been late, a lot lately. He knows it. Two dabs. Logan for saying just because you like watching football means you view it as a religion. Four dabs. Um, I was criticizing him for not watching the games. He was like, "Well, it's, I don't know." Anyway, he was making a point because I like to watch it. He's like, "Oh, it's like a religion." I'm like, "No." Anyway, it's silly. Four dabs. Logan for not inviting Riley to what Joe told him to invite him to. That's a little confusing. Two dabs. Um, Someone we know, Joe, invited Logan to something. He apparently told Logan to invite Riley, but Logan didn't invite Riley. And so Riley kind of told me to put this on Dabs because he was like, "Why didn't Logan invite me? That's Dabs." So I put it on there. So two dabs for Logan not inviting Riley. Logan for his jinxing of me on Monday. Two dabs. Logan just constantly texting me. He's like, "Dude, you're gonna win. You're gonna win. Like, I think you could win." And I'm like, "Dude, I can't win. I don't want to think about it. I don't. I'm trying not to get my hopes up here." And Logan's over here, "Dude, you're gonna win." And then when I complain about him jinxing me, he just doesn't. He's not getting it. That's where the three dabs for not understanding how hard he was jinxing me. Luckily, I reverse jinxed an insane amount, so I got really lucky. Thank goodness. Logan for not buying into Mostert. I'm on a whole Mostert thing. I think you guys are all lame because nobody liked Mostert. Nobody wanted him. Everyone thought A-Chain was cool. And no, Mostert's that guy. A-Chain's hurt again, if you've noticed. Alec for not creating a team like he said. Again, so Alec was recruited me, recruited Andrew, some people like that for a B League team in winter. And Andrew, the deadline passed. Andrew texted him, "Hey, did you make a team?" And Alec just like read it and didn't respond. So Alec again was saying he was going to create a team. He didn't create it. Alec, he didn't tell his team members that he didn't sign up for the team. Three dabs. Alec for throwing away his best season. Six dabs. Will for not realizing how horrible Diggs is and calling him my guy. Will went on a rant against Logan and threw some shots at me about how we get mad at our players. I'm not going to give any dabs for that except for Will saying Diggs was my guy. And Diggs is not my guy. Five dabs for Will. No. I reluctantly drafted him. I regret it. Will for trash talking when he didn't even make playoffs. Three dabs. Will called me up and said that I'm not going to get, or maybe I called him. I don't remember. But he said, "I'm not going to make it out of the first round." And I'm like, Will, you're not even going to make it out of the first round of the toilet bowl, buddy. Call me when you make the playoffs, big dog. Khan for riding A-Chain and Jefferson so hard, and they brought him down. He was all year, ever since he got him, like, once they come back, watch out. And then they let him down, so that was great. One dab. Khan for loving A-Chain when Mostert is that guy. Two dabs. Khan for being a Tua guy. Three dabs. I hate Tua. He looked like trash in that game. And Ashton for putting Sam as the 1 seed. That's what that should say. As the 1 seed when I was clearly about to win. One dab. Ash was doing the math in his head, and he's like, okay, well, Sam's the 1 seed. Cameron's going to lose. I'm like, dude, I'm about to win, bro. I'll tally these up later and put it on there, but I'm sure Logan won most dabs, either Logan or Alec. Nobody sent me dab. I got nothing. Logan didn't send them to me. It's Wednesday night. Plenty of time, so not on me. Most annoying, I'm going to go with Alec and Logan. Logan with the Sunday saga, the jinxing me thing, and then Alec with the whole soccer team thing and the throwing the season away. Probably should have just given it to Alec, but, threw Logan in there. Updated, whatever. Logan 4 annoying, 5 dab. Alec 5 dab. Wow, both Alec and Logan, same amount of dabs and annoying. Anyway, random rankings. So these I took some. These aren't super random. These are some stats. Playoff record rankings. So out of the 5 seasons we had, I've made 5. I've made playoffs all 5 years. So I'm a dog. Greg 4 of 5. Doug 4 for 5. Sam 4 for 5. Bobby and Camacho's team, again, combined, at least statistically in the app, they've made playoffs 4 of the 5 years. Hunter 3 of the 5 years, so we're getting a little less good. Khan 2 of the 4 years. Will 1 for 2. Ash 1 for 3. Dylan 1 for 4. Dylan's a 1 for 4 is hilarious. Alec 1 for 5, and that was the first season we played, and that doesn't even count. Logan 0 for 2. Logan hasn't made it yet. So I think that's good information to have. This is my graphic. You're going to ask, Cameron, how long did it take you to make this? It didn't take a terrible amount of time, but I felt it was really important to establish what Bobby's done to Camacho's team. So if you look here, 2023, Bobby had 6 wins. That was this year, and Bobby controlled the team. 2022, Camacho controlled the team, 9 wins. 2021, Camacho controlled the team, 10 wins, and he made playoffs, as you see. 2020, 9 wins again. Camacho controlled the team. So all 3 Camacho years he made playoffs. And then Bobby started out with it 2019. He had 4 wins. So it goes, Bobby starts out terrible. Camacho takes that team. Great. And then Bobby takes the team 6. It's just funny to watch that. And so next year, like, I'm going to keep this going next year. Like, if Bobby still doesn't make playoffs with this team, there. And then if Camacho takes it back over, it's going to go back up to 10 wins. It's just fascinating. All-time message rankings. You could look at this in the app. I didn't know. I thought this was really interesting. Connor with an astounding 2,382 messages in the chat throughout all 5 years. So people who have been in the league longer, they have an advantage, but Connor's only been 4 of the 5, I think. So that's a lot. And then me, 2,055, that's an astounding amount, almost 1,000 more than Doug and Alec. Ash at 984, Logan 802, which is a lot for 2 years, I'd say. Greg 792, all 5 years, not that many. Camacho, Bobby 701, Dylan 652, Hunter 587. And then Will 470, and then Sam 80. And Sam's been here all 5 years. He's got 80. I have like literally almost 2,000 more messages than him. It's crazy. These are the waiver pickup things, and free agent. So I like checking this out for the year. 13 for Greg, me 11. Hunter had 9 waiver claims. Or pickups, I guess, 9 for Dill, Will 8, 7. Nothing too crazy. Everybody had a good amount. Sam even had 7. The best waiver pickups were definitely Doug with Puka, Khan with Kyron, me with Howell, Jerome Ford, and Jaden Reed were good for Alec. Maybe better than Howell. Ferguson for Bobby, Dylan for Dobbs, who's benched now. Greg, Josh Downs got him some value. Then these guys had no Hunter, Will, Logan, Sam, Ash had nobody good that they picked up. Free agent pickups. Greg had 42 free agent pickups. Logan 37. Me 35. So on so forth. Doug 30. Con had only 8 free agent pickups. Connor's come a long way, guys. Last year or 2 years ago when I did this, he had like 200 more than everybody. It was nuts. And then the best just free agent pickups, again, not waivers, was Stroud, just a free pickup for Dylan. Singletary, free pickup. Moss, free pickup for Logan. Purdy, free pickup. McBride. Taysom Hill was a free pickup for me, who's been good. Samuel. Zay Jones, okay. Now Connor, he didn't have any good pickups, but he did drop Brandon Cooks and Kareem Hunt, who are valuable. Alec dropped Ferguson, and then nothing from Doug or Ash really, other than defenses. I took these stats for everybody, or not just 3. Just I wanted to see how everybody was feeling about who they wanted to win. So I took 3 toilet bowl members. Logan wants Greg, Ash, Sam, Doug, Hunter, me. This is so Greg has 2. Greg's popular right now. Me, not so much. Will wants Hunter, Greg, Sam, Ashton, Doug, Cameron, which is interesting. I don't know why Will's got such beef with me. Connor, great guy. Greg, Ash. He put reasons for it. Greg, underdog. Ash with the playoff push. Then me, and then he said he didn't care between Hunter or Doug, but then Sam at the bottom, which is fair. If I was doing that, I'd put myself, Greg, probably Doug again, and then Hunter, Ashton, Sam. Because I wouldn't mind Doug winning again, because then there's not a new champion. It's just me and him still. They're champs. So, anyway. Then we got Riley. I had him do something. He said most likely to be a flat earther, which I thought was good. And he gave explanations for these, which I thought were pretty interesting. Let me see. So he said Hunter is already one probably, which I think's fair. I definitely think Hunter sympathizes with flat earthers. There's no doubt in my mind. Bobby runs in the family. Connor may be dabbling in flat earth theory. I'd agree with that. Sam, I don't know anything about him or what he looks like, but I feel like he would overthink the details and become a believer. That's what Riley says. This is so true. Ash might be convinced by some random Baptist pastor that it's unbiblical, the globe. I'm down with that. Logan would get mad at the government and think they're lying to him. That's fair. Will would slowly get convinced by Hunter over time. I didn't even read this before. That's dead on. Alec would be convinced while looking out the window of a plane. That looks flat to me. Greg would stem from listening to podcasts while delivering for work. That's funny. Doug, a few too many documentaries. Dylan would stem from documentaries. Yeah, wow. That's great stuff. I actually think that's fairly accurate. All right, guys, that's it. We got playoffs this week. I'm going against Ash. But I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to make playoffs. I want to leave you guys with this graphic again, just because I put some time into it. But 20, it's like Bobby, bad. Camacho, good. Bobby, bad. Anyway, sorry, Bobby. All right, guys, hit me up if you want me to pick you up on Friday, maybe. Yeah, let's have a good weekend. Thinking about doing maybe some cooking for Sunday. I don't know. All right, see ya.